They're VIPs of the sporting world, and some real SOBs as well.
Well, no matter how you slice it, it's legal, it's not classy.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 unsportsmanlike moments in sports.
I can't shake the hand of someone who spits on my back, and so I respect her as a fighter. She did an amazing job tonight. It's just a handshake means something to me, and so she hasn't earned it from me.
For this list, we're obviously excluding entries from our original list and focusing on some more athletes who displayed malicious intent.
Reaction to this latest incident from the footballing world was swift. Michael Owen tweeting, "Both the kid and Azar were in the wrong. Not sure Azar tried to hurt him though, he just tried to poke it out of his grip."
For criteria purposes, we're excluding someone like Diego Maradona, who emotionally destroyed all of England with his controversial 1986 Hand of God goal, but didn't actually physically harm anyone.
He gave Argentina the lead in the 51st minute by scoring with what he famously called the Hand of God.
Number 10. Nasty Bits. Shaq dunks on Dudley.
Against Dudley.
Over the course of his 8-year tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal posted some huge numbers. During one particularly sweaty game against the New York Knicks in 1999, he posted his heavy figure all up on Chris Dudley before complimenting the move with a classic shove.
Fourth quarter, Lakers up 3. Shaq into Chris Dudley. Dudley takes exception and picks up the ball and drills Shaq in the butt.
Dudley, being a grown man and all, didn't quite appreciate this questionable display of sportsmanship, so he naturally launched the ball at Shaq, as if that could erase this nasty bit of human posturizing from his memory.
You want to pick somebody to go with, you go right to the head of the class when you go after Shaq.
Number 9. Tit for tat. Eden Hazard kicks ball boy.
But what's happened here? One of the Chelsea players, I think, has attacked, or certainly has wrestled the ball away from the ball boy.
If you're familiar with European football, you know that both players and fans alike will basically do anything in the spirit of gamesmanship. So when a Swansea ball boy attempted to bamboozle the Chelsea club during their 2013 Capital One Cup semi-final game, Eden Hazard wreaked some serious havoc and launched a swift gut bomb to the poor kid's midsection.
Oh, it's going to be a red card!
Sure, we don't exactly condone the ball boy's behavior, but in a time when all sporting events are captured on film, we have to wonder what exactly Hazard was thinking, even if it was kind of funny. We'll say this, Eden earned that red card.
Wow, that's inexcusable.
Number 8. That left hook. Barry Hall punches Brent Staker.
One of the most controversial and, got to say, ordinary incidents I've seen on a football field for a while.
If you Google the Australian footballer named Barry Hall, you'll discover that he's been involved in a few incidents during his AFL career.
He has been poking the bear, and the bear has responded.
In a 2008 match against the West Coast Eagles, the veteran tough guy put a left hook on Brent Staker's chin. Because, you know, he's competitive. Or perhaps a few cards short of a full deck.
I'll tell you what, the look of Brent Staker's eyes after the impact is not going to do Barry Hall a whole lot of good.
All joking aside, the cheap shot took Staker out of the game, and Hall was later suspended for 7 games while securing a permanent place on the YouTube wall of shame for unsportsmanlike moments.
Have you learnt nothing in the past week? If you're going to punch someone, do it on the football field and blame it on a brain snap. That's what Barry Hall did.
Number 7. The underarm. Trevor Chappell's Pansy Bowl.
You only have to say the underarm incident, and every dedicated cricket follower knows exactly what you mean.
Back in 1981, there was nothing in the rules and regulations of cricket saying one can't bowl underarm. But in the spirit of competition, it was simply a no-no.
Let's make sure it isn't underarm, but I've got the feeling.
So imagine the outrage when an already contentious 1981 match between Australia and New Zealand took a troubling turn when Australia's Trevor Chappell effectively mailed it in to secure a final victory.
And that's a disappointing finish.
The New Zealanders actually needed 6 runs to tie it up, but in perhaps the most boneheaded decision of Australian cricket, Greg Chappell asked his brother to embrace his inner cowardice, because sports are just that damn important. Briefly a champ, forever a bum.
I think it was a disgraceful performance from a captain who got his sums wrong today, and I think it should never be permitted to happen again.
Number 6. Leatherface. Albert Haynesworth stomps Andre Gurode.
Haynesworth has been disqualified and walks off.
Early on in the 2006 NFL season, the Tennessee Titans were hosting America's team, the Dallas Cowboys.
So dominant was Gurode's performance that all-pro defensive tackle Albert Haynesworth lost control.
However, one big dude named Albert Haynesworth nearly ended the American dream of Andre Gurode for no apparent reason other than malicious intent. After a play, Haynesworth strolled on over to a pile of opponents and thought, maybe I'll drop a few spikes into this guy's head.
It was pretty impressive, the physical day that he was having, getting good push in there, knocking people back. And, at the end of the day, he frustrated a pretty good player in our league.
But while most mature players can handle their emotions and thoughts, Haynesworth just went ahead anyway like it was no big deal, which led to 30 stitches for Gurode.
That's uncalled for, man. That is unbelievable.
Number 5. How dare you? Dale Hunter blindsides Pierre Turgeon.
Third period, Turgeon steals the puck, walks in.
Today, Dale Hunter has a fantastic reputation as a professional hockey coach in the Ontario Hockey League.
Winning hockey has become a habit for the London Knights under head coach Dale Hunter. On October 31st, Hunter notched his 600th OHL win.
But back in 1993, he proved himself to be just another testosterone-fueled athlete in the Patrick Division semifinals of the NHL playoffs.
Watch the cheap shot Dale Hunter puts on Turgeon after the goal. Both Turgeon and then Benoit Hogue were injured from the rough stuff.
In Game 6 against the New York Islanders, Hunter lost the puck to Pierre Turgeon. Not only did Turgeon capitalize on the opportunity by scoring, he also celebrated, as hockey players have been known to do. Hunter then proceeded to hunt down Turgeon to deliver a hard-hitting check. As a result, he would miss the first 21 games of the following season.
I've lost a tremendous amount of respect for that organization and that player, and there's no time in the league for a player like that.
Number 4. The taste of spinal fluid. Kermit Washington punches Rudy Tomjanovich.
It sounded like a melon that had been dropped on the floor.
When you're one of 7 players to average 20 points and 20 rebounds over your entire college career, it takes something pretty despicable for that to be overshadowed. And there's really nothing to justify the 1977 roundhouse punch that Kermit Washington dropped on Rudy Tomjanovich, who was simply trying to break up an in-game brawl between the LA Lakers and the Houston Rockets.
Rudy was on the floor, and there was a pool of blood, and it was just right around his face, and it started expanding.
When Rudy comes to his senses, he actually thought the scoreboard is falling off.
The punch nearly killed Tomjanovich, and considering the graphic descriptions of those who witnessed it firsthand, it's kind of a miracle that he went on to have a successful coaching career, considering he tasted his own spinal fluid on that fateful day.
I wish I could go back, give me a time machine. I think I would just have ducked and never started a fight.
Number 3. Hey, what's that? Floyd Mayweather Jr. punches Victor Ortiz. A few years ago, Floyd Mayweather Jr. destroyed the hopes of casual boxing fans.
This isn't going to win him any more fans, but it was legal.
The pound-for-pound champ crushed the jaw of an opponent that maybe, just maybe, could have handed Money his first professional loss.
Ortiz headbutts Mayweather. There's a break in the round. They start back up. Ortiz lets his guard down. Mayweather sucker punches him, and that's that. And you wasted $70 on pay-per-view.
Nobody expected Victor Ortiz to outbox the champ on that June evening. But then again, nobody expected Floyd to get his boxing shorts in a knot and cheap shot a defenseless Ortiz.
Ortiz talking to Mayweather. And watch that.
If you're a diehard Mayweather fan, then you probably have a tough guy take on the incident. But any boxing purist will tell you this, Mojoholics, that was a punk move.
We're not here to cry and complain about what he did dirty or what I did dirty. I was victorious. If he wants a rematch, he can get a rematch.
Number 2, Kung Fu and Seagulls, a French tale. Eric Cantona, Kung Fu kick.
Oh, what's going on here? Cantona's getting involved with some supporters.
Football and martial arts. These two sports don't often appear in the same sentence, but a French athlete known as King Eric brought the two together during an outrageous moment in 1995.
The Football Association called it a stain on the game and have charged Cantona with bringing the game into disrepute.
Playing away to Crystal Palace, Eric Cantona overheard a Palace fan's hateful boasting. Did he just shrug it off? Nah, he greeted him with a Bruce Lee-style kung fu kick, followed by a series of Floyd Mayweather-like jabs. When all was said and done, Cantona earned himself an 8-month ban. And in perhaps the strangest press conference ever, the guy referenced seagulls. Such a baller move.
When the seagulls follow the trawler, it's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
Ashern trying to get that glove off and his hand free. Oh, there's a right hand. Oh, down goes Beagle. Solid right hand by Aaron Ashern.
He says a word or two, and now he's been tossed from the game. Well, Gelman just threw his bat, and the bat hit the umpire. Oh boy, that's a bad move by Delman Young.
Salomaki, and then he is banged up, and he's going to try and make his way to the bench. And there's the collision with Don Henderson. He doesn't even see the linesman.
Showing that what he did was stupid right in front of the referee, who produced a red card.
Oh, that's disgraceful. That's not only ejection, that's going to be a suspension and should be.
Number 1, your classic face slash. Marty McSorley hits Donald Brashear with stick.
Well, McSorley slashed Brashear and caught him in the helmet.
In the world of hockey, a sport in which players are allowed to publicly fight, there's nothing that typically surprises fans, or players for that matter. Unless, of course, it's a blindside cheap shot.
I think Marty, in all fairness, he was trying to tap him in the shoulder. But, you're very responsible for your stick.
In 2000, with less than 5 seconds left in a game against the Vancouver Canucks, the Boston Bruins' Marty McSorley inexplicably whacked Donald Brashear in the face from behind. This led Brashear to not only take a nasty backwards fall, but also to suffer from a severe concussion. When there are so many ways to confront your opponent in hockey, this particular display of unsportsmanlike conduct unsurprisingly caught the attention of the British Columbia authorities.
He really tried to injure me, and I could have died. I don't think this guy should be playing in the league anymore,
McSorley would end up being sentenced to 18 months probation and never played another game in the NHL.
Now, do you accept the apology from Marty?
I'll never understand how he got to the point where he would hit me in the head with a stick.
Do you agree with our list? Which entry do you think is the most unsportsmanlike?
What a disgrace.
For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Because this little act here after you scored the goal, your first one since 2003.